Yeah, it was record-setting warmth today, in fact. I'll have
the logs on this cabin date back to the 1930s when it was.
And so if you track that out, it'll come between Helena and Townsend. For years, between the auto sprays and the petroleum products, the ground. Actually, there's a tornado warning now for Macomb County. That's just south of Wolf Point. Polarized lenses to 100% UV protection. We do have a few showers popping up on the pinpoint Doppler radar. The students tell me that 90 days after the vegetables are put into the compost bin.
No, that's on my wish list.
Yeah, not quite yet. Say that's the wrong place to decide the state's tax. Well, if you're looking for a chance to work on your golf swing, don't let the snow and cold stop you. Good for us if you get off late at night and need to mail a last-minute package, you know.
At midnight, you need to get that Christmas gift out there.
Exactly, right before. Well, we have winter weather, almost Christmas-like weather coming into the
season?
forecast. 'Tis the season. And I'll get to that in a moment. Well, we started off with sunny skies, and they stayed that way for most of the day. Then the clouds moved back in, and we've even seen a few light showers popping up on pinpoint Doppler radars. Take a look at our satellite and radar scope, and you can see the showers, some of them along the High Line and the Rocky Mountain front this evening. Most of it's still in western Montana, but that'll continue to spread off towards the east through the daytime hours. Still 53, or the overnight hours rather. Still 53 in Great Falls, 54 in Stanford. We won't see these as highs for the next few days. 47 in Sweetgrass temperature right now with the clouds. Got to 71 today, not quite the record. Above record temperatures in Havre, almost to a record in Lewistown and in Helena as well. Last of the warm days today. Rain tonight. Will be mixing with snow by the time you wake up. And we see a messy mix of precipitation on Monday. Weather Service says could see 2 to 5 inches in Great Falls. Soil temperatures, ground temperatures are still in the 40s. And so I don't expect too much in the way of accumulation. I just checked that. 10 o'clock tonight, around 50 degrees. As you saw, we are at 53. 6 a.m. when you wake up, 34. Southwesterly winds 5 to 15 with wind gusts to around 20 miles an hour. Upper level trough of low pressure digging in from the west is going to swing ashore and spread that moisture into us. Most of the moisture will be in the mountains and along the foothills. That's where I expect the highest accumulations, probably from Ulm south to Cascade, over into the mountains, Lewistown, divide back towards the Judith Basin and White Sulphur Springs area when you wake up in the morning, 11 a.m. Colder weather arrives. It's going to depend in the morning, first thing, where this cold front is, on what type of precipitation we see. If it's back here to the west of Great Falls, we're likely to see rain. If it's further out ahead of us, we're likely to see some snow or rain mixing with snow. But regardless, the colder air is going to come on in, and that's going to stick around for the next few days as those winds turn around to the northwest. And you can see the snow spreading across the area by Monday evening. Now, by Tuesday when you wake up, we could see a few light showers, snow showers in the morning, but the rest of the day looks like it's going to be dry, and you may even see a few breaks in the clouds come Tuesday. Winter weather advisories, though, for the short term, 2 to 5 inches are possible below 6,000 feet. Again, I think that's going to be along the foothills of the mountains to our south, and up to 12 inches in the mountains of central Montana. 38 the overnight low in Vaughn, 37 in Stanford. Showers by morning mixing with snow when you get up. 38 in Townsend. Tomorrow, 41 in Vaughn. Temperatures will fall in the afternoon, though. 42 in Townsend. Here in Great Falls, rain mixing with snow expected through the day. 36 by 4 o'clock after an afternoon high of 40 degrees. Temperatures in the 30s along the Rocky Mountain front tonight. Tomorrow will only eke out into the low 40s and upper 30s. Temperatures not varying too much. Rain and snow mixing at times. Rain to the west tonight. Havre 39. Warmer towards the east tomorrow. 54 in Plentywood, but only 40 in Chinook for the afternoon high tomorrow. Keep a chance of snow in the morning on Tuesday. Get a break on Wednesday, and then snow showers the rest of the week as temperatures vary from the upper 30s to low 40s, both for here in the Helena Valley. Overnight lows look like to be in the teens. Jack and Terry Knight of Fairfield say the caller claimed to be one of their granddaughters who had been arrested while traveling in Spain and needed the money to bail out and return to the U.S.
When somebody is crying, their voice is not the same, and you really get deceived.
That's exactly how the scam works. A caller claims to be a loved one in distress and cons the victims into giving a family member's name so they can continue the ruse.
She said, I'm your granddaughter. So I finally decide, well, this is Tiffy. And she says, yes. And we talk a little more, and I said, well, this is Brianne. And she says, yes, I must have misunderstood you.
But despite the warning signs, the Knights did what any concerned grandparents might do. They went to their bank that Friday afternoon and pulled over $3,000 from a credit card. The next day, the scammers called back asking for more money to pay some supposed fines. Knight went all the way to the Great Falls Walmart and wired an additional $2,500 that day.
Here she's supposed to be in another country, and we're thinking of all these things that could happen to our granddaughter, supposed granddaughter.
Montana Attorney General Steve Bullock says residents need to be vigilant because the thieves are highly sophisticated and know exactly which strings to pull.
The problem is that people feel compassionate, they want to help out their grandchild, and they take the steps without all the actual verification that you'd need to do. The best thing that we can do to stop that is the awareness, the prevention, because once that money's wired overseas, it's gone.
The Knights said while they're embarrassed this happened to them, they just wanted to get the word out so it doesn't happen to anyone else. And because the money was taken as a cash advance from their credit card, the Knights say there's little Wells Fargo Bank can do to help them recover the lost money. Reporting live in the studio, Tim Lankford, News Channel 5. Absolutely beautiful day here at Centene Park. We're going to have a great night for baseball across Great Falls. We do have a few showers popping up on the Pinpoint Doppler radar, but I'll tell you, should stay well away from the Great Falls area. If you're coming out tonight, there's plenty of food. If anybody knows anything about me, it's that I like food. And they've got a great new concession stand set up here at Centene Field. We've got a whole bunch of new menu items, so come out. Bring your appetite and enjoy a good meal and a good baseball game. Let's take a look at the temperatures right now across the area. We're sitting mainly in the 80s across most of the area. 80 degrees, or 81 right now in Great Falls, 82 in Havre. It's 78 over in Lewistown. Not a bad day at all. High-wise today, we're looking at temperatures across the state, rather. 80 in Missoula was the high today, 85 over in Glasgow and Miles City, 81 down in Bozeman area. Let's take a look at our day part forecaster for tonight. That'll show temperatures falling down back into the 50s, 66 by noon. Our overnight low when you wake up in the morning, 54 degrees on west-southwesterly winds. There's Futurecast through 10 o'clock tonight. Showers down to our south. Like I say, they should stay mainly away from Great Falls. And we'll go ahead and move it forward up through the day tomorrow. When you wake up on Saturday, could see some lingering showers on the mountains to our south and to our east. But most of that should not be sticking around through the day, and we'll see sunny skies tomorrow and through the afternoon and during the evening hours. Forecast for tonight, we'll look at 54 degrees overnight in Sims and Great Falls, 50 in Stanford, 51 for Townsend, some isolated showers. Tomorrow, 78 at noon in Great Falls, 82 by 4 o'clock. The rest of central Montana, temperatures will be up into the 80s as well. 74, the cool spot over in Stanford, 84 in Helena. Along the Rocky Mountain front tonight, temperatures will be in the upper 40s and low 50s, some widely scattered thunderstorms. Tomorrow, sunny, warm, and breezy with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. It's going to be a gorgeous Saturday for the first weekend of summer. Isolated showers and thunderstorms along the high line. Some of those could be severe towards the east. Tomorrow, lingering showers in the morning, becoming mostly cloudy by the afternoon, and temperatures in the 80s for highs. We'll get into the 90s to start the new work week. By Monday, temperatures should be 92 degrees, 90 on Tuesday. By the end of the week, we're looking at afternoon scattered showers and thunderstorms across portions of the area, but nothing we'll really have to worry too much about. The answer for tonight's trivia question, that's a wrong one, but I'll just tell you what it is. When air is warmer, will a baseball travel a longer distance or a shorter distance? And that answer is actually it will travel a longer distance because the air is warmer, it expands, and it provides greater lift to the baseball. So anytime that you have a really warm day, you can expect to see a lot of homers. I'm expecting for later this summer, as we move into the summer, I expect lots of home runs here at Centene Park. We're live at the stadium. I'm Tim Lankford. The first call came in just before 8 o'clock this morning, a multi-vehicle accident involving school buses in the southbound lanes of Old Havre Highway at Smelter Avenue.
This morning we had really extremely icy conditions, and we had a school bus come down, stop at the stoplight here, and as it was stopped, another school bus slid into the back of it, and a school bus behind that slid into that.
In addition to the buses, at least 4 other vehicles were involved in the accident, and the fog was so thick, these 2 slid into the back of the buses before police could block the road. About 20 students were in 2 of the buses when the accident occurred, but no one was hurt.
They did contact their parents. They all had cell phones or shared cell phones.
And just as police were cleaning that up, another accident, this time on 10th Avenue South. The rear tanker on this tandem truck hauling jet fuel overturned as it approached the intersection at 9th Street.
Hit a slick spot, which caused the back end of the tanker to flip on its side. Carnahans came, flipped it back down.
No jet fuel spilled, and no other cars were involved in this accident. Eventually, the tank was uprighted and left the scene under its own power. But between the white fog and the icy streets, it was certainly a hazardous morning for commuters. Tim Lankford, News Channel 5.